In our daily lives, we all face moments of rejection that can leave us feeling disheartened and lost. Whether it's being turned down for a job we desperately wanted, failing to secure a promotion we've worked tirelessly for, or not receiving the appreciation we believe we deserve, rejection is a universal experience. These moments can make us question our worth, our abilities, and our path in life. Imagine preparing for a job interview that feels like the opportunity of a lifetime. You've spent countless hours perfecting your resume, rehearsing your answers, and envisioning your future in that role. You walk into the interview with confidence, only to receive a polite email days later, thanking you for your time, but informing you that they have chosen someone else. The sting of rejection is sharp and painful. Or consider the aspiring artist who submits their work to a prestigious gallery, hoping for a chance to showcase their talent to the world. They pour their heart and soul into their creations, only to receive a curt rejection letter stating that their art does not meet the gallery's standards. The dream of recognition seems to slip further away. In these moments of rejection, it's easy to feel defeated and believe that we've failed. However, what if these rejections are not failures, but divine redirections? What if God, the universe, or whatever higher power you believe in, is protecting us from a path that is not meant for us? What if these closed doors are guiding us toward opportunities that align more closely with our true purpose and potential? This is the story of Tenzin, a young man who faced a heart-wrenching rejection, but discovered that it was, in fact, a blessing in disguise. His journey teaches us that sometimes rejection is God's way of steering us towards a destiny that we cannot yet see, but is infinitely more fulfilling. As we delve into Tenzin's story, let us open our hearts to the possibility that our own rejections may also be gentle nudges from a higher power, leading us to where we are truly meant to be. In a small, tranquil village nestled at the foot of the Himalayas, there lived a young man named Tenzin. Tenzin was known for his kind heart and hard-working nature. He worked as a potter, creating beautiful earthenware that was sought after by many. Despite his success, Tenzin's heart longed for something more. He dreamt of joining the local monastery to become a monk and dedicate his life to the teachings of Buddha. One day, the head monk of the monastery announced that they would be accepting a new novice. Tenzin was overjoyed. He believed this was his calling and spent days preparing himself, both mentally and physically, for the trials ahead. He fasted, meditated, and perfected his understanding of the scriptures. When the day of the selection arrived, Tenzin was confident and hopeful. Tenzin, along with several other young men, stood before the head monk, awaiting his decision. The trials were rigorous, testing their knowledge, strength, and devotion. Tenzin performed well in each trial, his heart swelling with anticipation. However, when the head monk finally made his decision, Tenzin's name was not called. He had been rejected. Crushed by the outcome, Tenzin felt a wave of despair wash over him. He couldn't understand why he had been denied his dream. He had given his all, yet it seemed it wasn't enough. Feeling dejected, he returned to his workshop, his heart heavy with disappointment. Days turned into weeks, and Tenzin struggled to find peace. One evening, as he was working on a new piece of pottery, an old man appeared at his door. The man was a wandering monk, with eyes that seemed to hold the wisdom of the ages. He asked Tenzin for shelter for the night, and Tenzin, being kind-hearted, welcomed him in. As they shared a simple meal, Tenzin opened up about his disappointment. The old monk listened patiently and then shared a story of his own. He spoke of a time when he, too, had faced rejection. He had wanted to join a monastery but was turned away. Heartbroken, he wandered the world, seeking answers. During his travels, the old monk encountered various people and faced many challenges. He helped villagers rebuild after a flood, taught children to read, and shared his wisdom with those he met. Over time, he realized that his path was different from what he had initially envisioned, but it was equally, if not more, meaningful. He learned that the rejection he had faced was not a punishment, but rather a redirection towards his true purpose. Tenzin listened intently, the monk's words resonating deeply within him. The old monk concluded his story by saying, "Rejection is not the end, Tenzin. Sometimes, it is God's way of protecting us from a path that is not meant for us. Trust in the journey, for it will lead you to where you are truly needed." The next morning, the old monk departed, leaving Tenzin with a renewed sense of hope. Tenzin began to view his rejection not as a failure, but as an opportunity. He continued his work as a potter, but now with a deeper sense of purpose. He started offering free pottery lessons to the children in his village, teaching them the art that had brought him so much joy. He also began incorporating the teachings of Buddha into his daily life, finding peace in the present moment and spreading kindness wherever he went. Months passed, and Tenzin noticed a change within himself. He felt more fulfilled, more connected to his community, and more aligned with his true purpose. The villagers began to see him as a source of wisdom and guidance, and Tenzin realized that he was living the life he had always dreamed of, just in a different form. One day, as Tenzin was teaching a group of children, the head monk from the monastery visited him. The monk had heard of Tenzin's work and wanted to see it for himself. He watched as Tenzin patiently guided the children, his heart full of compassion and love. The head monk approached Tenzin and said, "You have found your path, Tenzin. Your rejection was not a setback, but a step towards your true calling." Tenzin smiled, understanding now that his journey had led him to where he was meant to be. He had found peace, purpose, and fulfillment, not within the walls of a monastery, but within the heart of his village, among the people he loved. Tenzin's story is a testament to the idea that rejection is often God's protection. When one door closes, another opens, leading us to a path that is more aligned with our true purpose. Trust in the journey, have faith in the process, and remember that sometimes what seems like a setback is actually a blessing in disguise. This story emphasizes the Buddhist teachings of acceptance, faith, and finding purpose in unexpected places. It encourages readers to view rejection not as a failure, but as a redirection towards their true path.